Welcome to Double Talk. I'm Philip Hernandez, and I'm the guest co-host for the show. That it is Double Talk, right?
Well, you're not Mark.
Oh no.
Who are you?
I'm Philip. How are you doing?
I'm Michael Mandel. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
It's so good to meet you. I was just reading the paper. Do you ever read the paper?
No, I listen to the papers.
You listen to the papers?
I listen to the
papers.
papers.
How do you do that?
I put them on my iPod.
God. What are you, like in your 20s or something?
No.
Oh.
But thanks for the compliment, though.
Gosh,
it makes
these
me feel
young
younger
kids,
like that.
They're just into listening to the papers. How do you do the crossword that way? I'm just getting to my old age.
You know what?
You can do it.
It's actually a better mental exercise that way because you have to keep it in your mind.
You have to visualize the screen. You kids or something.
No, it's crazy.
God, it could be funny here, but one thing that's coming in town that we want to talk about first is comedy. The Latin Comedy Jam is coming. We're like that because I speak Latin, and do you speak Latin?
No, I don't. But sometimes I've been told I'm pretty comedic.
Ergo?
Yes.
Yes. Comedic actually I think means you have zits. I'm not sure.
Oh, well, that too.
Oh, anyway, so what's happening with this Latin Comedy Jam, which I believe you are the expert.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes, it's going to be a week from today, and October
Tickets
13th.
are going fast. It's still a week before right now.
Yes, yeah.
They were here earlier this year, and
they did very well. They got a lot of very good reviews.
I was there. It was really good. The guy that usually sits where you're sitting, I can't remember his name right now, he was there. They were good. It's definitely worth going to because it's pretty much like going to watch a TV show in real life, and it's much more fun. They're probably, better jokes. They have more leeway.
Probably, it's always good to do these things in person.
It's great in person. Yeah.
And, they're featuring Johnny Sanchez, and they've had a lot of runs on a very, very renowned programs.
Yeah, they're
HBO,
pretty good.
They've been around. They've been around a lot. And to get tickets, you can go to www.thelatincomedyjam.com. Of course, we should tell people how to get tickets.
If you do go there, keep your ticket because you would get $5 off at Buffalo Wild Wings. So if people are throwing away their tickets, just pick them up off the floor. You get a bunch of free wings to go with. And also, if you go to the Las Cruces TV, that's this station booth, you get a free surprise gift.
Yep,
it's a surprise because we don't know what it is.
But it's going to be really good.
And I think I'm getting something. I think we have a live feed from the guys from the Latin Comedy Jam right now. Let's see if that really works.
Oh, thanks, Mike and Mark. Hey, listen me up, my boy Tank Jones. My name is Mike G. We are the
executive producers of the Latin Comedy Jam. Say thank you. Love your show. Double Take, y'all. It's a great show.
Double take? Double talk.
It's called Double Take.
I think it's Double Trouble.
Huh?
Double talk.
I love your show, man. Whatever the name is, I'm not just playing. Look, but seriously, we got something. Your show's cool. We got something that's cool that's coming to Las Cruces too. It's a national tour. Voted the funniest comedy tour in the country right now. Latin Comedy Jam, Saturday, October 13th. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Some of the funniest comedians funniest comedians. It's a whole new show. If you remember, we brought it in May. This is a whole new show. Whole new comedians,
whole new
people
cast.
Like my man Johnny Sanchez, got his own Showtime special. One of the guys from Mad TV, original guys, and also is the voice of Lombardo, the little crazy penguin,
little Mexican penguin,
little crazy one on Happy Feet 1 and 2.
Why is it to be Mexican?
Because that's what they wrote him in. Look, I'm black and Mexican, and I ain't got no problem with it. So anyway, we got a comedic veteran, Shayla Rivera.
Wait, you have black stuff in your teeth.
Why you messing with me right now, man? We trying to do a promo. Look, see what I got to deal with. Let's get back to look.
Mike, Mark, I understand what you're going through. I got to go through it every day with this guy.
You know what, man? You want to go right now? You want to go right now? Right now? What? We also have Juan Garcia. He's one of the funniest comedians out right now.
Planet.
They call him the next George Lopez. Be watching out. Come see him live to see what all the talk is about. It's going to be hosted by our man Ernie G. So guys, tickets start at just $15. Front row just $25. Come get picked on. Saturday, October 13th, Latin Comedy Jam. Fellas, thanks for having us on. Is it double take or double talk? It's back
Double
to y'all
talk.
in the studio.
Double talk is back
I
to you.
think I've seen the show. Have us on sometime. All right then. Are we done? He walked off, so I guess so. Later, fellas.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for that.
Was that
remote.
something?
That
was
was
that something? We've never done that before. It's like an out-of-the-body experience. It just.
It is. It's like we teleported over there and gave you guys some amazing information on that event.
Is my hair still okay? Because there was a rush there.
Well, it's
when we
a little bit. Maybe we
zoomed
should
out
cut
there.
it. I don't know.
The other guy, he has his hair done from what is it, Max Studio, and it's all poofy, and you could use that. You need some poof.
Yeah,
if he doesn't
a little
come
bit of
next
volume
week,
there.
we'll get you some volume and do that.
That'd be
anyway,
nice.
this is an exciting town, especially if you're the president of our
Illustrious
NMSU.
college, yes.
Now she's playing baseball because she found out they make in the millions and she was only making in the half millions. We're all a little shy. We talked about this last week, and this has been going around the university. You've been on the
faculty talk.
faculty
right?
talk.
Oh my God.
Faculty. Nobody makes anywhere as much as she does. She can quit, which she did. We don't call it quitting because that's not politically correct.
No.
But by leaving her job,
Paid administrative leave is what we're calling it.
paid administrative leave, but also it's over now. I think she actually is resigned, or they let her go.
Well, technically, she's still going to be, employed. She's on leave.
Yeah,
So,
it might have ended.
She
and-
won't be there.
Right, but just not to be here, she's going to get, what did we decide, 453,000?
453,000.
453,000 pays for, 100 adjuncts to do classes, pretty much. That's 100 classes being paid for by her going away. But of course, we're just going to take that out of our pay. We're the ones, or teachers who are teaching. They don't care because they love talking to students so much. Just as I'm sure she liked talking to students. Did she? I don't know. Have you ever talked to her?
I've met her several times.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those things, and I it's not that I don't sympathize with Couture. I mean, you go around and you meet thousands of people every day. You got to remember a lot of names, which I'm horrible at.
Yes.
You just can't do that.
I'm Michael.
But
Just in case.
well, yeah, I'm glad you reminded me.
Yeah.
But because I was going to forget. But she never remembered my name. I must have met her 15, 18 times. And it's one of those where you talk, and there's just.
She thinks she'll never see you again, so she doesn't have to worry. Luckily, I never met her, so I have no excuse to say, well, she's not going to remember my name. There was everybody thought she's leaving because the regents wanted to push her out, and that might be the case. The fact that the rumor mill is working, these are just rumors. There are a number of reasons that she might be pushed out. Losing our WAC stuff,
Yep.
which everybody knows is, I don't know what that means. Western Athletic Conference, the football team isn't on it.
You do lose the status, and that's, most of the money, honestly, that we get is, is from athletics. We
Right.
get a lot of funding through that.
That's one thing, and also perhaps she wasn't talking to the right sponsors. And I think one of the big things might have been, they didn't know who to blame this on, the loss of the nursing school accreditation, which
Yes.
is serious because we had lots of people in the nursing program. That is major. And those nurses to be, were in everybody's class because they all had to take English and they all had to take phys ed. I don't know if they took phys ed. But
Well, but the point is that they were in the program under the assumption that they would have that accreditation to back these up. So you suddenly have this whole slew of students that are left without that backing, and they're going, what do I do now? I've taken these classes. I'm happy with the program. And I don't know if you were there, but the adjunct talk that they gave for the community college at the beginning, where they sat us all down.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and
Yes.
they said these are the steps that we're taking to mitigate the problem. And you're going, really?
mitigate it 3 years ago. That would be the time to do it. Mitigate it 2 years ago, mitigated 1 year ago, and try to work with that. But now we have to reapply.
Yep.
Oh, that's good too. So
The thing with Couture, though, it's not like I'm sitting here going to advocate for Couture, because that may get me killed. But what What I do think is what I do think here is interesting to look at is it's not like this is all Couture's fault. Losing an accreditation for a nursing program
takes a lot of people.
It does. I mean, look at how many people are in the nursing program. You would think that, I mean, I'm sure there's boards. It's really, Couture doesn't make her own decisions. Nobody in these positions make their own decisions. They have a board. The board is made up of a collective, and the collective tells the board what to do, and the board tells Couture what to do.
And there are people in the nursing department at all times working on this. And in fact, I was told, actually by somebody in the community theater, that the program was in trouble 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
Well,
this isn't new news.
They knew that, yes.
I mean,
and she wasn't even here 4 or 5 years ago, because those people don't last more than a year and a half, usually 2 years max, you know, maybe 2.5 years. That half year is just because they didn't finish out the paperwork for their next job.
Yep.
So Barbara Couture is going to what? Some weird thing. It's a good thing there.
Yes.
It was.
She will focus on as a senior advisor for the APLU, which apparently is an association that actually runs land-grant universities.
Right. So she's been working at a land-grant university here, and now she's going to run them. Hopefully she'll be able to run them and figure out a way to get presidents to stay with them a little longer. So it's the wrong one. I'm pulling this one there.
And, you know, maybe somewhere in there she'll negotiate, you know, a little more than $453,000 as a severance package. And
yes, I think all teachers should pretty much get that. I don't want to teach next year. I think I need a couple of $100,000. That would be good. You know, we talk about accreditation, right? We do have a good incident of accreditation. The Mountain View Hospital has a primary stroke care center that was just accredited. And I think if I were being sneaked up upon by a huge mountain, I'd have a stroke too, just like that mountain is sneaking up on that poor little hospital. You go, what's that mountain doing there? My God, since when is it so close? You've been in this town a while.
I know, it feels like they're just creeping up on you like that.
Maybe it is. You know, the universe is expanding, and perhaps the mountain ranges too. So
they're boxing you in like that.
Yes.
I mean,
you mentioned a concern you had about the Organ Mountain project. Do you want to get into that? Just touch on it a second.
I want to get into it.
We didn't plan on this, but
that would be a whole
we've
very
talked
long
about this
discussion,
before
debate.
About turning it into a federal protectorate.
Basically, you know, that the idea that there's a lot of community force behind making the Organ Mountains a national monument and essentially giving up that land to the federal government for wilderness purposes. And, you know, there's several different bills on the table. There's a few bills that, in my opinion, are pure evil.
Pure evil is always good because, you know, it's pure.
Exactly.
You know, there's something good about pure. So
at least you know where the intentions are.
At least the animals have some sort of way of being protected. Just as we, you know, we have Indian reservations, we have to protect natural things.
I think it's in the way they
Did I
should
say
be
Indian?
protected.
I meant, you know, Native Americans.
Oh, yes, that's right. We have to be politically correct.
Yes. So we're always trying to be politically correct. So Mountain View has accreditation. We're not going to discuss much more of this because it takes as much as there's like 600,000 acres of that, and we can't discuss everything there. What's the next thing? Oh, get a flu shot. It says, you know, in the paper, you just said you could catch the flu from a flu shot.
Does the paper say they can't?
No, the paper, somebody asked a question and they said, I heard you can get the flu from a flu shot. You might get a little sick because, of course, the flu shot is either the dead bacteria, the dead whatever they have in.
But more oftentimes, it's actually the live version.
Slightly
of the
live.
flu.
Slightly, it's live, but it's tired out, so that your white blood cells learn how to fight them. You know, fight fire with fire.
But I want to point out. So
yes.
So okay, let's just.
I hope you have
touch
a fact
on this
here.
A little bit. I do.
1.3%. That's my fact.
It's a personal. So I have a kidney disease, and so I'm anemic, and I've never been able. I've never been vaccinated, ever.
Ooh.
And the reason is, you know, I've sat here and had, you know, the head of Stanford talk to me and explain this to me. So I'm just a little bit.
Head of Stanford is like has a degree in education, right? But go ahead.
Well, no, you know, the Stanford,
Stanford,
the hospital.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
So we have a doctor here. So it's one of those things where if you have a compromised immune system and you take that booster shot, or if you have a disease or something that might be dormant, you have no idea how that shot is going to affect your system. And it could trigger a relapse.
I can understand your problem, and therefore, yes, in that case, most people, though, especially most people my age, over 40 or more, should get a shot.
You're younger than that, right?
Yes,
you're in your 30s.
I am. I'm your co-evil. Should get flu shots, but if we don't take a break now, we're going to get shot. So let's take a break.
We'll be back for you.
Coming to Las Cruces, one night only, the Latin Comedy Jam, voted funniest comedy tour of the year. Saturday, October 13th, at the Las Cruces Convention Center. The Latin Comedy Jam, starring top comedian star of Comedy Central, Mad TV, and Happy Feet, Johnny Sanchez.
You see the old one, they're like, I can't reach my pocket, mijo.
The First Lady of Latin Comedy, Shayla Rivera.
I'm Puerto Rican, I'm dating a Mexican because the chile is good, you know what I mean? Chiquito pero picoso.
And the man being called the next Gabriel Iglesias, Juan Garcia.
He was a white teacher with a black fake arm.
Hosted by top comic Ernie G. The Latin Comedy Jam. Get your tickets now, starting at just $15 at the Las Cruces Convention Center, Skyview Satellite in the Royal Plaza, and online at latincomedy.com. Don't miss this all-star comedy event.
Funny to see you here again.
I know. I thought I might have vanished.
Who are you anyway? You're Philip Hernandez.
Well, that's my name. Yeah.
I did remember last week I was on your show, and
that's true.
And so you have done your own TV. What else is it that you do?
Well, I serve on a lot of boards around.
Arty boards, right?
Arty boards. It's all Arty boards, that don't pay anything. It's horrible. No, it's very fulfilling. That's what I tell myself. It's a community theater.
You can't eat Arty boards.
No, I do have a show Behind the Curtain in Las Cruces that airs on Saturdays on this channel, actually at 12:30. We also do online streaming. You can watch. I do a podcast that tells you what's going on cultural-wise around the area that you can get on iTunes.
Is that how you get your podcast? LOELC?
This right now, the Land of Enchantment.
Yes.
It's a big event I'm doing. It's basically 4 parts. There's 1 part book. There's 1 part miniseries that's released as a movie and also as sequences. It's 1 part actual 6-day festival that has a big haunted house in the middle of it. And then it's 1 part film festival and entertainment. So you can read the book, you can watch the movie, you can walk through the fairy tale yourself in person.
I did see some of the Land of Enchantment on, I don't remember how I got there. It was on something. It was Little Red Riding Hood running away from somebody who might have been a human wolf. I don't know. What was that?
Yes. You know who that was? That was Grady.
Oh, well, that's right. Grady Easterling?
Yes.
Who's he's in The
Importance of Being Earnest.
Importance of Being Earnest. Now showing at the Black Box Theater this weekend and next weekend.
Yes, today actually. Today at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock and tomorrow at probably 2:30.
Yep.
You want sponsors?
Oh.
Yes.
Philip wants do you want sponsors?
I do. I'm looking for my festival and for all the projects that we're doing. I'm looking for sponsors, either sponsors or if you're an entertainer and you'd like to get your name out there, you contact me and we'll set you up with a booth. Any nonprofits that want to go out and do some fundraising, anything like that. If you want to get involved, you want a booth, or you want to sponsor us, or you want to get your name out there somewhere, contact me. There's my cell phone.
That's the best one. If you're watching this, you probably don't need the 575. Just do 639. Oh, wait, getting a call right now. Oh, that was good. That was pretty good.
It was fast.
I know. I told you this show has millions of people watching it.
Watch your response.
Okay, there's like 1 million people living in New Mexico, but millions watch it from all over the place.
That's true.
So that's good. So you're doing that, and you stay busy, and being on nonprofit boards happens to be one of my hobbies too. It's always good to be on nonprofit boards because if you lose money, it's not your fault.
Exactly. and you can always go out there with the line where, well, we need sponsors. We don't make any money. It's all nonprofit.
We're doing our best to keep it nonprofit. Of course, we know that it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Another nonprofit thing is, I guess, the dog shelter. We're going to talk about dogs. Sorry to jump from you to dogs. The show just goes to dogs almost every week. Because somebody likes dogs. There's that. I don't know what that is. But October is Adopt a Dog Month.
Yep.
Oh, golly, that's so cute. Anyway, you can go to Adopt a Dog at the animal shelter all month long. If they they have dogs that have been living there for over 6 months, and as well as little pit bullies. Any dog over 6 months in the dog shelter is free.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you can get it for free, apparently. And any dog that is probably more cuddly, like this guy, who's less than 6 months. I'm sure he's going to go fast. He's probably, they should just take that thing right off the screen right now. It's quick. $50 for a dog. I mean, dogs are great.
They are great. I have 4 myself. That's like a little too many.
That's like $200 with this sale.
I know. They're really big. When I walk them, they walk me kind of a deal.
They're really big. Not dogs like this. Anyway, it is Pit Bull Month, and you can. I can't remember what special thing you can get a pit bull. Yeah. I guess they have a bunch of pit bulls. They must breed like crazy. That's because they're aggressive.
You know, while we're talking about the aggressive breeding natures of pit bulls, the Humane Society is they're very well worked in here, and they just did an event with that Vida de las Cruces. They were down there pushing, and they work with all this. They help get your animals help, and if you need help with your animals or getting shots or whatnot, you should contact them. And if you want more information, because I like to plug myself, you can go to my website and get a podcast where we have the executive director of the Humane Society talking about the services they offer. Isn't that the perfect pairing?
Yes, it is. That's the website. Don't forget, it's Philip L. Hernandez, which in Spanish means Philip the Hernandez, right? That's what it is.
Yes.
So he's Hernandez. So it's good, you know, you can also go right now to the farmers market down in the downtown mall up until like noon, and throughout the day until 3, I think you go to Petco and also take advantage of these things. I just, you know, last week we talked, you don't remember this because you weren't here last week.
Nope.
But I always find the Enchilada Fiesta fun.
Oh my God.
And instead of having the enormous 100-foot enchilada, they had an enchilada eating contest. The guy who won was from, what did you say, Connecticut?
Yes, Connecticut.
That's him, man. Insane. What's his name? Flip the thing over. Do we have that someplace?
It's on the other sheet.
Oh, he's right here. His name is Jamie McDonald.
Jamie McDonald. Congratulations, Jamie McDonald.
What is her expression mean to you?
Well, I feel like that's a mix. It's a subtle mix there. You have to look in the eyes. It's a mix between fear, disgust, and perhaps trepidation.
Yes, as anybody would, to watch some guy get down almost 6 pounds of enchilada by
5.9.
5.9. God. Next year, Jamie, you can break the 6 mark. The person who came in second, we have a picture of her, Stephanie Torres. That is her, I think, on the blue. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one of those.
Don't pick her nose, okay? She came in second, I think, at the Nathan's hot dog eating thing. And I think that was 2 years ago, because this year she went to an alternative hot dog eating contest. Hence, we had a hot dog eating contest between me and me about a month and a half ago.
How did that go?
July. I lost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
I thought she could do, I figured she did as many hot dogs as she did. I figured I could get at least 4 hot dogs eaten in a minute. I got half a hot dog. But I ate a lot of potato chips at the same time. Because, you know, how do you just have a hot dog?
No, you can't just have a hot dog.
Yeah, I know. You got to add a little other stuff. Okay, so we're going to keep going.
So we get
That's
through
the Enchilada Festival. This week is the
Southern Mexico State Fair. It's actually been happening since Wednesday. If you go today, you can go today. It was open from 8 a.m. They close at midnight, and then tomorrow on Sunday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's the same. You know, you can go to southernmexicofair.com.
And most people who live here have probably been to the fair before.
I'm sure
it's always fun. You know, it's kind of fun walking through the animal things, and also going on the rides and the food and all that stuff. It's really a fun thing. Nobody's asking us to plug it.
I find it a tad bit expensive.
Overwhelmed? Is it?
Well, you have to pay to get in, then you have to pay to do everything.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm rich.
Well, okay.
So, yes.
Maybe you should take me to the fair.
I'll take you to the fair. I'll buy you some cotton candy. But don't ask for any favors, you know. I'm not going to try to do that. Don't try to use my body for anything.
Oh, well, I wouldn't dream of it.
Okay, well, then we're shoo-in. Speaking about bodies, Buddy Ritter has a large body because he owns a restaurant that's notorious and famous called the Double Eagle. And he's
Oh,
the guy
there you
on,
go.
you know, we're looking at the TV. I don't know what side he's on. He's the shorter guy.
Okay, that makes
The
sense.
taller
There
guy
go.
we all know is Steve Pierce. These guys are great. Buddy Ritter, C.W. Ritter, just won the restaurateur. Don't tickle that guy. You're going to make him laugh, and that, you know, it's going to be crazy. Buddy Ritter won Restaurateur of the Year from the Restaurant Association for 2012. I would guess he's won that award before because he's very famous in this.
It's true. I mean, you think Messia, and then you go either La Posta
Double
or
Eagle.
Double Eagle.
That's it. And
And
Double
that's how it
Eagle,
goes.
you know, they have a good bar. But we won't talk about bars now. I did want to talk about the margarita bar.
I did.
But didn't
Margarita
you,
bars.
We maybe we'll talk about margarita bars next week or something. Speaking of food, Red Lobster. Do we get a picture of Red Lobster? I just want to say Red Lobster is now Red Lobster, but it's going to be a quarter of their menu, entree menu, will be chicken. People apparently don't respond. You know, you go to Red Lobster because it's synonymous with fish.
I mean, that's why I go there. Maybe other people, maybe there's a fraction of the society that thinks I want chicken at a seafood restaurant.
It's not called Red Chicken.
Exactly.
Little Red Rooster, you know.
You know, I'm
Red
not sure,
Robin is a hamburger place. They don't eat robins there. So.
I'm not sure I would trust chicken at a seafood place. I just.
But you know what? Red Lobster is owned by the same people, Darden's, that owns
Darden
Olive
Restaurants.
Garden, and they do pretty good chicken.
They own more than Olive Garden. They also
They-
own they have
they
about
do.
4 or 5 different
They
names
do.
under their chain.
I
I
actually-
interviewed with Darden actually.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I own their stock, but it's a good stock so far, knock on wood. But Mark hates Olive Garden. I like Olive Garden.
Well, it's
I like-
actually.
Yes.
If you look at the lists of the top 5 or 10 worst restaurants for you to eat anywhere, Olive Garden's always in the top 2. Just saying.
Oh, I'd still like it. It's pretty good.
I mean, I still like it too.
Anyway, we're going to talk more someday about stuff. I think next week, maybe you'll be here, maybe you won't, maybe Mark will be here. Next week or the week after, we're going to, Dick's is in town. If you would know about this, they opened yesterday. You would have known about it had you, well, you wouldn't because we just announced it. They
But
could
had
do
they advertised?
advertising on this show and they'd get all that publicity because we're doing a great job. Anyway, I am glad that you came in.
Thank you for
You can stop
having
by.
me.
We are going to maybe test salsa next week or the week after.
Can I
Lo-
bring my watermelon salsa?
Really?
Yes.
We're going to do locally made stuff from Toucans. So
Well, there we
that
go.
would fit right in. Well, thank you from both of us.
Thank you very much for watching
And
the show.
hope to see everybody next week. Of course, TV doesn't work like that, but hope you can see us next week.
Yes, it does work like that.